All right. It is Thursday night, and you know what that means? It's time for the boom game on, get paid, power hour show, and I'm your host. Along with me every single week on Thursday night is my co-host, Krista. Krista, wait, why does it say Paul? Krista, you out there? Come out and say hello to everyone. I'm seeing Paul on the screen. Why is that?
Well, because I just decided today I was going to be Paul and put on a South African accent, but I can hardly talk Canadian, so let alone South African. But I don't know about you, Big. Is the atmosphere changing there? Are you seeing fall set in the air? Is it getting cooler?
It is. It is changing. So therefore, we are under construction tonight. I'm wearing my hard hat because boom, I'm gonna hit you with the money hammer. Actually, no, we're gonna help you reconstruct. If you're watching time, this is the Game On Get Paid Power Hour show, and it's all about Game Loop Network. And what are we going to help you do? We're going to help you reconstruct your finances. Yep. What we're going to do is we're going to tell you all about this offer and how you are going to benefit. What that means, Krista, we're about to put on a show, so better go right. And basically, focus on what we're about to talk about tonight because it is a fantastic opportunity, all about Game Loop Network. That's what the show is about. But at the same time, you don't want to be distracted. So if you got your baby mama kissing up on you, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, wife, husband, you got the kids running around crazy like little maniacs, make sure you get them all out of here. Turn off your Facebook, turn off your cell phone, because we're going to share with you something over the next 30 minutes that is absolutely going to blow you away. In fact, it's going to hit you so hard, you're going to feel like you just got hit with the money hammer because you did. We talk about every Thursday night is this opportunity to take advantage of something that is amazing, that is just now starting out on the ground floor. And you're going to have it, after we talk about it, to participate also. Now, you don't have to be in construction or wear a hard hat, okay? All you've got to do is pay attention for the next 30. Like I said, this is not Paul, this is my co-host, Krista, and we come here every week, right, Krista, to talk about this opportunity with people, and we really want to listen, but if they're interested, what do we tell them, Krista? What should they do if they're interested after listening to the show?
They should get back to the person who directed them to this show and get started.
Absolutely. So we always do is we're very happy to also we highlight every single week on the show a guest. Guest is a member of Game Loop Network, just like you, a regular everyday person who's taken action, and we're going to have her share her story. And our guest tonight, okay, hence the UK Money Hammers out again, is our friend Allison Furlong. Now, I'm not going to bring her out, but Allison is actually joining us pajamas at 1 o'clock in the morning. That's dedication. But she's so excited because she wants to share her story and how well she's done with this opportunity and how she's never experienced anything like this. And you're going to hear it from her own words, not just from myself. Now, Krista, one of the main things that we want to talk about tonight before we get right into it is there is a huge kickoff coming, is there not? Maybe you want to share with people why we're so excited, because 2 weeks from now, something huge is about to happen. What is that, Krista?
Well, right now, Big, we're actually in the pre-launch phase, and I always call it the basement because we're not even ground floor yet. We're just positioning people, you know, getting our top people in, recruiting and positioning, getting everybody together in a team for the growth that's going to happen after. That's when you see a big kickstart to your business, when things start coming together, when you get to meet the owners, meet new people, make new networks, you know, just build relationships. But this thing is really, really going to kick off in October. And that's when you're going to see this exponential growth in your business. That's when your momentum is going to kick in. And that's why I'm wearing my sweater tonight, Big. I was talking about fall earlier on. And, you know, not only is this a change in season, but it's a change in season for network marketing, because we plant our seeds all year long, but the fall is harvest time for us. That's when most people get involved in network marketing. That's when you see people come out of the woodwork. They're looking for new opportunities. They're looking for something before Christmas. Their kids are settled back in school. So you can expect that a lot of people are going to be looking for opportunities, and with an opportunity like this, that's so ground floor, with such a lucrative compensation plan, we're going to see a huge amount of growth in our teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I'm wearing the construction hat. It's a little small. It's my son's, but we're here to help you build it and build it big. And as Krista said, it's a great opportunity to become involved in a new opportunity like this, especially when we share everything about it. Also share the compensation plan. Now, what's different about us is, unlike other gurus out there with the, you know, the cap teeth and the shiny suits and the spray on tans and the fancy cars, we're actually real, unscripted, a little crazy, but you got to be crazy to, you know, do well in this business. But at the same time, is we're never afraid to share our back office, to show you live, real, what we're doing. Don't do that. We have no problem doing that. And in fact, later on, Krista's going to share her back office so that some of the stuff we talk about in the presentation will start to connect, so that you'll understand, oh, they're talking about that. That's what they're talking about when she opens up her back office. It's not to brag. It's not to do anything other than show you how proud we are of the money they put into this system even before pre-launch. Krista, we're talking, you know, what, in the excess of a few $1,000,000 in this whole system. Am I correct?
Absolutely. The infrastructure inside the system, in terms of the marketing arcade, the tools, and the system that they have put in place for us to utilize to expand our businesses, to grow, and to capitalize on this huge market of gamers and just the whole industry as a whole. Yeah, there's millions and millions of dollars put into the system. It's state of the art. Really, really impressive.
Awesome. So we're going to share that later. Not only are we going to talk to you about it, so again, make sure you go out, get your popcorn, make sure you got plenty of butter. You know, looking at me now, Krista, I kind of look like a very bad version of the construction guy from the Village People. Young man, boo, 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 boo. Why am I doing that? Anyway, back to...
I think you, wait, I need to say something. I think you look like Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder. Okay. Can you fix it? Yes.
Yes,
tonight
you can.
Right. So what I thought I would do, all right, is we have a lot of fun on the show, but it really is to highlight Game Loot Network as an opportunity. We're going to go through what it is, how you can get involved, and then we're also going to, again, have a real member come on, share their story, and then Krista is going to go into the compensation plan. Then we'll have Allison back on to answer some more questions about being a member and her experience, and then we'll essentially have Krista at the end here share the back office, show you all the things that we're going to talk about in the presentation live, as far as the back office, as far as the rankings, as far as the marketing arcade, all that stuff. So without further ado, since I'm in a singing mood here, why don't I go ahead, Krista, and kick it off and let all of you see what the presentation is about, so that you can start to better understand Game Loot Network. Now, here's the thing. All right, I'm going to put away the money hammer. And again, we call it the money hammer because it's essentially because we want to make a point, and every now and then when someone does really well in this business, I like to basically hit them with the money hammer, because it means they've taken action. And that's what we want you to do tonight. So if you're watching this on replay, if you're watching it live, get back to the person that shared the link with you. That's how we work. We have a fantastic team, but we're all about the team, and you'll understand why we're about the team later. I'm going to share my screen, and again, as I said, we're not extremely polished. We don't claim to be the slickest people in the world when it comes comes to presentation. When we share our screen here, you're going to see me go into the different areas. Hang on one second before I even do that, or that my screen is shareable. All right, and some of you may be out there laughing, going, "Ooh, they don't even know how to do a Google share." Well, guess what? We're going to fix that in about 2 seconds. All right, so you can see my slide screen. Let me go to slideshow here from the beginning. Boom. How's that, Krista? Do you see that big slide there? Game loot.
Yep, you're on. Ready
Awesome.
to go.
Awesome. Awesome. See, all this construction, experience comes in handy when it comes to setting this whole thing up. So anyway, as we were saying, we want to talk to you tonight about Game Loot Network, and we're happy that you joined us. As we said, in the next 30 minutes, we're going to cover this opportunity in some pretty good detail here and hopefully answer all of your questions that you have currently. If you have any other questions after the presentation, feel free to get back to the person that shared the link, or you can simply reach out when this video is shared on YouTube and ask the question right on the comment. So we're going to talk to you about Game Loot Network and how to tap into Game Loot Network. Now, whole trademark is powered by fun. And what exactly is Game Loot Network, you're probably asking? Well, let's talk about industry and how that industry is currently a $40+ billion industry, and it's actually projected to do over $200 billion in the next years. Boom! That's a money hammer, folks. That's a 5-timer. You've heard of Angry Birds, Clash of Clans, Draw Something, Temple Run. Those are all big viral hits in the last couple of years. And in fact, mobile game success stories are growing by the minute. Many of you probably know Angry Birds. You probably got hit up by a lot of people to play Angry Birds. That's what we're talking about here. But the thing that you don't know about Angry Birds is it cost just $100,000 to create, yet it had over 2 billion downloads, and over 200 million minutes are wasted every day playing Angry Birds. That's over 16 years of gameplay. Maker of Angry Birds, the company Rovio, is currently valued at over $1+ billion on the stock market. Hey, Krista, did you know that more people play Angry Birds every single day than are in Twitter's entire member database? That is a big money hammer boom right there. Here's one all of you know, Candy Crush, because it's probably been shared with you on Facebook, so much so that maybe you got tired of it. But follow this. It still has over 93 million daily active users. And Krista from South Africa, but that's more than the population of Australia. The company responsible for Candy Crush actually made almost $2 billion in revenue, and they cleared over $550 million in profit in 2013. Now you understand why I bring out and swing the money hammer. We're talking big. It went on to be sold in 2015 for $5.9 billion. This is a mobile gaming company, folks. And there are other giants like Supercell, who created Clash of Clans. That did over $829 million just for that game alone in 2013. Supercell itself cleared $892 million in profit. That's what they cleared that year. They then went on in 2014 to be sold 51% of their company to SoftBank for $1.5 billion. And there are other success stories, not just the big ones. Flappy Bird, one of my favorites here. It's a funny little game. Was actually built in only 4 days by a 28-year-old Vietnamese independent developer. Krista, if you want to mute for me, it went on to be downloaded 50 million times, and it was the #1 downloaded app on the Google Play Store in its first week. All right, generates over $50,000 a day in ad revenue. Again, 4 days. And they're, like I said, king. $1.2 billion game plays every single day for that company alone. Over 128 million daily active users. less than 700 employees, yet it's currently valued at over $4 billion with a B dollars. And the great thing about this is why we're so excited is it's going mainstream. All right, this is not just for young people anymore. In fact, the most watched event in the world, the Super Bowl, the 2015 Super Bowl, had 3 commercials that were all about mobile games. Playing around anymore. In fact, they spent over $15 million on less than 2 minutes of airtime. And they spent millions to have celebrities like Kate Upton and Liam Neeson as their spokespeople in the actual game commercials. It's estimated that all 3 Super Bowl commercials of $20 million. You get where I'm going with this, folks. There is a lot of money in mobile gaming, but the thing they all have in common was what I talked about earlier. They were shared and those revenues were generated. How? Through social media. People shared the games on Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat and Instagram, but mostly on Facebook, mostly on Facebook. Did you see the revenue we were talking about on social media shared games that were mobile? So what if there was a company out there that could have you do what you're already doing on Facebook, sharing, interacting with people, and win prizes, earn cash? Well, that's what Game Loot has basically done. Now, before I get into it, a lot of people all the time say, Big, the bottom line is I'm too old. And honestly, not a lot of people my age are playing games. Well, let me show you where you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. Half of the world is playing mobile games. From a demographic standpoint, follow me on this, all right? It's actually split. If you say, I'm a woman, I don't play games, not true. Again, look at the demographics right here. 48% female, 52% male in North America, over 146 million people playing games. Here's the most interesting point. I told you were wrong. Yes, you're wrong. A third of all gamers that play mobile games are between the ages of 35 and 50. The majority of people that play mobile games are between the ages of 20 and 50. They have the most disposable income. Now you understand where all the money is coming from. And it's the same for Europe, and it's the same for Korea, Japan, China. Again, split pretty evenly, male, female. Again, a third in that 35 to 50 demographic age range, bulk of them in the 20 to 50. Same thing goes here, if you'll see. All right. Why is that important? Because just because you yourself aren't playing the games doesn't mean that everyone else isn't. That's just the way it works. And that's why you have research like this, because it's not what you think, it's what's actually happening. You ask yourself, there are actually 4. All right. If you're not playing games yourself, know anyone else that plays games on their mobile phone or other mobile device? I'm sure you're going to be able to say yes. Let me ask you this question. Do you like to win prizes or other cool stuff? Who doesn't? And finally, would you like us to share with you how you can make money and get paid to play those games or share those games with other people? I wonder what the answer is going to be, Krista. So if you said yes to any of those questions, extremely powerful, we want to let you in on. And yep, you guessed it. It's Game Loot Network, because they're actually changing the game itself is a legitimate company that has been around now. They were in a beta test phase for 18 months, doing nothing but adding gamers to their platform to those games. The company itself is based out of Kansas City, Missouri. They're in a current 8,000 square foot office, actually moving in the next couple of weeks, okay, right before we have the kickoff event in Las Vegas in October. And their CEO, Lance Baker, has over 15 years experience in the industry. They just launched which is what we're going to talk to you about tonight, the opportunity. And that is a new distributorship phase. So people like myself and yourself and people like Krista and people like Allison Furlong can actually, guess what? Distribute in Game Loot Network. We'll talk about how you get involved in a little bit. And that launched in June 1st of this year. countries: the US, Canada, Mexico, Bahamas, New Zealand, Australia, the UK, England, India, and now, what are they selling? Well, if you haven't guessed it by now, mobile games, mobile games, mobile games. And for the first time ever, all right, they took time to create the ultimate gaming community. That was that beta test phase whereby people could join and win game loot tokens, all right? They could invite their friends, play head-to-head, like all the other companies did, all right? Get people playing, get people inviting, sharing, playing in tournaments daily, weekly, and winning prizes in their reward center, just like you went to the old-time arcades and you won all the tickets and then you turn them in at the end for prizes. Same thing here. You can actually win physical prizes based on your points and your tokens and things like that. So people are loving that as far as the gaming community goes. They went on to basically combine the three elements, okay? Obviously, mobile games and expanding library of mobile games. They created that social gaming community and they gave people rewards. And then they added another element, which we're excited about, which is the distributor plan or a comp plan for you to basically share the opportunity. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Because earlier, if you follow what I was talking about, all right, probably at some point played or shared the games Candy Crush or some of the others that I mentioned, okay, or Angry Birds or things like that. And the bottom line is, you did that because you were on some type of social network. You were sharing that with people because you thought they'd be interested. But let me ask you a question. And Krista, I don't even have to see you. I don't have to see people out there to know. B, did Facebook or any of these companies, you shared all these games, did they ever send you a check? The answer is no. And yet I showed you the revenue, billions of dollars, by basically you being their marketing, by you sharing. So how does our business work in Game Loot Network? Well, it's very simple. What Game Loot Network said is, listen, we're not going to spend millions of dollars on advertising on the Super Bowl and things like that. We're going to do exactly what these other companies do, which is to have our people tell the story, share the games, etc., and we'll cut out that middleman. And because they're responsible for the marketing, word of mouth, mobile phones, online marketing, sharing this opportunity, sharing the games, we're going to share our profits and revenues with our distributors. How does that sound? So not only do you not have to play the games, all you have to do is share the story and you participate in the revenue from this company, because they know that when people play the games, people will, again, we showed it based on demographics, spend money out of pocket in order to level up, get more tokens, more abilities, things like that. That's just how it works. So by cutting out the middleman, they're willing to share that revenue and profit with you. And as we said, as this grows, as you saw those numbers I showed you, the possibilities in this. And the great thing about it is, as Krista talked earlier, is they've spent millions on putting together systems and training and support. And it's a new generation where there's constant conference calls and opportunity calls and webinars so that you are constantly being training and supported in order to continue to be able to share and sell the story. There are huge team events all over the different cities called Super Saturdays. There's a huge kickoff event coming up for us, the actual kickoff to basically go live, because we're in pre-launch, and that is happening in Las Vegas on the weekend of October 14th, 15th, and 16th. It is going to be absolutely spectacular. And it's just an amazing opportunity to tap into an industry that is just skyrocketing. And it's going to continue to skyrocket. I showed you the numbers earlier. It's projected to be a $200 billion industry, okay, in 3 years. That's that 5-timer I talked about. And you're getting in, not even on the ground floor, you're getting in below the ground floor. So before we get into the compensation plan, Krista, because I know you guys are all chomping at the bit here, people want to see the money, they want to see the money hammer. what we thought we'd do is let's scale it back a little bit. Let's turn off the testosterone. Let me get back into my my mode here, and why don't we escape out of this? And I'll have Krista do that in a little bit, and I will come back, Krista, and I think it's a perfect opportunity to bring out our guest. What do you think, Krista? If you want to introduce our guest and bring her out?
Absolutely.
While I get some water.
I'm really
All right.
excited for our guest tonight because she's a crazy cool girl, and I just love following her on social media and interacting with her every day. And I'm so proud of this girl for what she's done with their team. You gonna bring her out?
Awesome. Sorry. Yeah, absolutely. Let's put her in the dark. Because she's trying not to wake up her family at 1 o'clock in the morning here, 1:30 in the morning. But Allison Furlong, if you want to come out, introduce yourself, let people know a little bit about your story, where you're actually calling in from, that'd be fantastic. Thank you.
Hi everyone. As Bigg said, my name's Allison and I'm based in Liverpool, which is in England. It's 1:30 in the morning here, so I've got normal clothes on top half and I've got pyjamas on bottom half because I've come out of bed to talk to everyone tonight. I've been in network marketing for about a year now. I do have my own offline business, which I was doing full time. But about 2 years ago, I got a bit sick, so I can only work about an hour or two a day now, which is how I've ended up in this sort of business. And I'm so grateful that I found Game Loot because it's perfect for me and for my situation and my family's situation.
So now you said you've been in network marketing. And folks, if you don't see my pretty face, it's not because I'm hiding and because of my outfit. I'm actually saving the video so we can save some bandwidth here because Allison being in the dark, it's a little hard for it to pick up. But Allison, why don't you share with us experience has been different because you've been in over a year. Obviously, you've only been involved in Game Loot for the last, only a month and a half, basically. How is Game Loot different than your other experiences in network marketing?
I've found that it's been a lot easier to do. I joined Game Loot Network at the very beginning of August, and funnily enough, the day after I joined, I went on holiday, and my 7-year-old son made me promise that I wouldn't do any work while I was on holiday. I wasn't allowed to go on the phone or anything, but I couldn't miss this opportunity. So what I had to do, we went on a family holiday in Wales in the absolute arse end of nowhere, no signal or anything. So every time I wanted to do a bit of work, I had to pretend to take the dog out because there was a tiny little spot in a field at the back of the house where I could get a signal. So every couple of hours I'd sneak out saying, just taking the dog out, and I'd go and hide in that corner and do a little bit of work, then come back in. I only had to work on this an hour a day, and it's still the same now. I'm earning a residual income, which I find really good, where you don't get in a lot of other network marketing companies.
So it's an experience where you found that you were working on it part-time, and yet you're finding that you're seeing success. Now, I think a lot of that has to do with how hard you actually do work, because one of the main things that you do is that you really connect with people. Even though we're talking about still a connection business, is it not, Allison?
Yeah, that's what it's all about. I found that communication is key with this. One of the main things that attracted me to it was the fact that you don't need to build a massive business. You don't need to bring hundreds of people in or even dozens of people in. You just need to bring 3 people in, and you just need to be able to explain that to people and talk to people about the opportunity. And I when I'm talking to people about it, I tell them about what I liked about it, which is, you don't have to worry about recruiting lots of people. It's not an 8-hour a day job. Everything's there for you in the back office. It's just a perfect opportunity for people.
Awesome. Now, you talked about, and I know I'm going to have Krista on with a couple of questions here, but you talked about 3 people. What do you mean by it's easy because you only have to bring in 3 people? I'm going to let you clarify that, and then we'll go into more detail in a little bit. But did that kind of shock you when you first came on board, that that's all you had to focus on in the very beginning?
Yeah, at first I thought it was a catch. I said, yeah, you got to get 3 people and then you have to get 247 the next day. I didn't quite understand, how it could be that easy, but it was Paul and Becky that explained it to me, and that's all you need. You need your 3 people, and then they need to basically duplicate, and it's just it's good because you're taking these people on a journey with you as well. So a lot of it is already automated, which makes it better. But you only need 3 people to become commission qualified.
Awesome.
And there's no catch in that at all.
Awesome. And I think that's what people are enjoying about the journey. You talked about it from a team building standpoint. Your job is to get those 3 people. Those people get their 3 people. And if we can just have people duplicate over and over and over, then a lot of people find success in this system. Now, you've been at this since you said end of August?
And beginning of August, I joined.
Beginning of August. Okay, great. And in that time, have you found that it's difficult to do, or there's just a learning curve in the beginning?
There's a learning curve, like with any business. I think with Game Loot Network, though, you see people that want to take part in opportunities like this, but recruiting scares them. And this is why the training's there. We've got the forum, everything's there for people, which means it's not as scary for them. They just, they've got the learning curve at the beginning, but then it's just so easy to duplicate, and it gives people a lot of, I can't think of the word. Gives people a lot of inspiration, really, to be able to get on board with this.
Right. Okay. Now, Krista, are you around? Paul, Krista?
I am, and I wanted to kind of go back to what she was saying
Krista,
about.
I'm going to turn off my video. You can turn yours back on.
Okay. Okay. So to what you were saying about when you started this business, you had sort of like an hour a day to focus, and you built a downline and you built a successful team with that amount of time. And one of the most common objection we get is that, I don't have time to do this business. But you're really a testament to say that, if you're working on income producing activities, if you're focused, then yes, this business is easy to build if you manage your time correctly. Is that right?
Yeah, completely. And especially with my personal situation, I could, because of the condition I have, I can actually have to spend 3 days in bed. So I need things that they can run on their own. So I only have to put a minimum amount of work, and it's not a full-time job. It's not even a part-time job. And that's what I explain to people when they do come up and say, I don't have the time to do it. I just, a lot of people know my situation anyway. I say, well, I can only do sometimes 10, 15 minutes a day. But, the
other thing that you touched on, too, was the team support and, the forum together as a team. And one of the things that we like to do for our teams is if people need help getting started, then we work with those people and orientate them and give them tips and even do 3-way calls and different things like that. And I see you doing this with your team all the time. So, it's not a matter of people coming in and being alone. Wouldn't you say that we have the tools and the resources and the team here that would support this opportunity?
I've never been in a business where I've had as much support as I've got now, whether it's me just going on Skype with someone or, a lot of my team have got my phone number, so they'll text me or phone me. The forum is there with all the information. That there's always someone in the Facebook group to help. It's just you can't be on your own in this group because no one will let you. There's support there or everywhere. And even if you try and do it on your own, we still find you and offer and throw your help anyway. And if you want it, we're there to help. And I've not found that in any other business.
That's Fantastic, Allison. And again, we'll come back to Allison in a little bit. I thank you very much because that's going to segue into what Kristen is going to talk about here in the next 10 minutes, and that's the compensation plan, because part of the power of the compensation plan really has been built to basically benefit people that look at growing as a team. And so we'll cover that. And then what we'll do is, Allison, we're going to just tease them a little bit longer. We're going to cover the compensation plan. So when we bring you back, Allison, you've been in since basically the 1st of August. You really didn't do it for 10 days, as you said. And in that time, you've done very well. So if you don't mind, when we come back, would you mind sharing with people how much you've made in earnings and bonuses when we come back? Do you mind doing that at all?
No, that's fine. Not a problem.
Okay. So what we'll do is, and Allison will basically let us go through the compensation plan, because I know I got people chomping at the bit here, Krista, and they want to know, how much do you get paid? How do you get paid? You keep talking about this opportunity, and Allison keeps talking about, how set up and all like that, but is it worth it? Is it worth it monetarily? So Krista's going to take us through the compensation plan and follow along here. And as I said, the bottom line is these are recorded so you can go back. But if you have any questions, just reach out to the people that shared the link with you or gave you the replay link, or simply reach out to us. But let's go through the compensation plan, and I think what will happen is a smile will start to turn up from the side of your face, because the compensation plan is extremely powerful, and it's powerful for a reason. It's powerful so that it can be duplicated. And keep in mind what Allison said. All you have to do is get your 3, and then your 3 get their 3. So take it away, Krista.
Hey, yeah, I'm about to turn your frown upside down. Just a second. Okay, so this is the compensation plan overview, and I have to say that this plan is golden. So there's 3 different options for you to get started. You can actually download the app for free and play games as a free gamer. You can choose to be a premium gamer, which is a $10 monthly subscription, which makes you eligible to win game loot tokens and free prizes like Amazon gift cards and stuff. If you want to learn more about the prizes, you can just go to gameloot.com and just view the different things there. And the other thing, the other option is to become a Game Loot ambassador, which is $124.99. And I'm just going to break that down for you. So the $100.
Hang on one second, Krista. Allison, do you see her? Is her slide advancing, or is it stuck?
I can see the slide. Yeah, it's moved. It's fine.
Okay, awesome. All right, go ahead, Krista. I just want to make sure.
And so the other Game Loot ambassador for $124.99. Just break it down for you. $100 of your membership fee monthly goes towards 500 game tokens that you can use to play the games for yourself. And $24.99 of that membership price is for your marketing arcade system and back office fees. So the total per month is $124.99, but you can waive that fee with 10 premium gamers. So there's 3 ways to get paid in this compensation plan. Number 1, you get daily commissions, which is your residual income, and it ranges from $5 per day up to $3,000 per day. And then we have level up bonuses, which range from $150,000 to $200,000. These are one-time bonuses, and they're paid out in increments. So you get 1/3 one month, and then a third the next month, and a third the month after. And then we have a promotional business builder bonus, which is a 200% check match of up to $10,000 per person, starting with your 4th commission qualified person and beyond. There's 3 steps to getting paid. First of all, you need to become a game ambassador, which means you pay $124.99 and you get your own replicated website and access to our system. Then in order to get commission qualified, you as a game ambassador would refer 3 other game ambassadors into the business, which means all 3 of these people come in, they pay their $124.99 to become active, and then you become commission qualified. So at this stage, you would earn a $150 level up bonus, which is your one-time bonus, but you would start earning a residual income of $5 a day. So how do you become a game ambassador? You would purchase a 500 token pack for $100, subscribe to the Marketing Arcade for $24.99, which is your total $124.99. So this, guys, is charged when you sign up for the system, and is also a monthly recurring fee. Get commission qualified, you would personally sponsor 3 people, which is your game ambassadors, and place 1 in each of your 3 legs. So this would be you in the matrix, and then you would sign somebody to your left leg with 500 tokens, somebody to your right leg with 500 tokens, and somebody to your middle leg with 500 tokens, and you become what is called commission qualified. So when you become commission qualified, you're actually leveling up your game. So now you're qualified for 2 streams of income, which would be your daily commissions, your residuals, and your one-time level up bonus. So there's 2 important things you should know. All volume is calculated using the 40% rule, which means that no more than 40% of qualifying volume for any level may come from any one of your 3 legs. And all volume counts to infinite depth. So the basic structure to get paid. So here we are again. This is you. You're the game ambassador. You brought 3 active game ambassadors in under you, and then you hit the position of what we call a ruby. And you level up. You get your level up bonus of $150, plus you get paid $5 a day for residual income. So the next rank from Ruby is Ruby 2, and in order to qualify for Ruby 2, you as a game ambassador would bring in your 3, and then those 3 people go out and bring their 3 commission qualified. When this happens, you level up again and you earn a $300 bonus, and you're paid $20 a day residuals. But there's a whole lot more to this, Big, and I think that we should be taking people into the back office and around the marketing system and really what exists back there.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, Krista. So what we'll do, let's do this. Before you do that, now Krista wants to open up her back office so that you guys can start to connect what she's talking about with game ambassadors and sponsoring people and level up bonuses and all those types of things and qualifications and group volume. We'll actually show you live in her back office, and we'll also show you the marketing arcade and what happens when you actually sign up first and the steps that you'll need to take to get going. Because as we said, we're very proud of the fact that the back office is very robust, pretty fantastic when it comes down to it. But before we do that, Krista, because I know you're excited about showing off the back office, why don't we bring Allison back out and have you ask her about her rankings and where she's qualified, and maybe she can share with us, you know, some of the money that she's making also.
Hey, Big, am I done with the screen sharing at all?
You're done with the screen sharing for now, and then we'll do the back office. Absolutely. It's confusing now. Paul D'Souza's jumped on, but there's already a Paul
on the call. Oh, Paul. But no, this is all about Allison right now. And her ranking up and stuff. So Allison, from your personal experience, just give us an idea of how much money you've made so far in your, I think it's less than 2 months for us right now, and you're at the Ruby 3 rank. So just give us some kind of idea of the money that you made and your success with this business so far.
Well, I got to Ruby 3, well, I got to Ruby 1 and 2 fairly quickly. I told 10 people about the opportunity, and 9 of them were interested. So after I got my 3, because I didn't need any more, I gave them away, which helped me get from Ruby 1 to Ruby 2 within 24 hours. I'm now at Ruby 3, which means I'm earning $30 a day. Plus I've had $2,500 in bonus, which has enabled me, I've paid for next year's
Boom! 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 Hit him with a money hammer, Allison.
I've paid for next year's holiday. I've booked it and paid for with my first lot of bonuses, which is something that I'm not able to do with any other opportunity.
And Allison, you've also set aside enough money to cover your $125 each month for the next number of months, correct?
I've done that within a couple of days, and that has helped so much. Within 3 days of me getting back off my holiday, I had that sorted. So
awesome.
It's only really the first
so now,
payment.
Allison, you said you shared it. Did you have some fancy meeting? How did you share it with people? Did you like gather them around your house like a Tupperware party? Was it difficult? Why don't you share with people what you did to share this story?
I just contacted people that I know through Facebook and just said, I've got this brilliant opportunity, and explained that what I liked about it. It's a really good system. It's something different to all the other rubbish that's out there. You only need 3 people, and we have such an amazing support network. We've got a forum and everything, and there's just lots of help there for you. And everyone could see exactly, the benefits of it, and they all wanted to come on board. And I've got some amazing team members through it that are now doing really well.
Absolutely. Now, one of the things you talked about, you said that you basically brought people in, but you helped other people get people through your efforts. Why would you do that?
Well,
why don't you just sign them all up to you?
Because this is about teamwork. So I'd rather, because I only need 3, I'd rather help people underneath me to get to their 3. So I didn't want to just tell 3 people. So I thought, well, I'll tell 10. And if I get half interested, then that's great. But everyone could see straight away what a good opportunity it was. So I was left with an extra 6 because one actually, the one that said no was already in it. So I was left with 6 extra people. So I thought, right, well, there's 2 each, job done. But they've paid that forward then. So when they've got to Ruby, if they've had people interested after that, they've then paid it forward and handed them out as well. And
awesome.
It works with an RPU.
Yeah. So earlier, Krista talked about that you actually level up by helping other people underneath you build their business also, and those bonuses that, all right, were just the tip of the iceberg. As she said, they went from 150 all the way up to 200,000. So we now have people on the team, as you know, Allison, that are hitting, $5,000 bonuses and $7,500 bonuses, all for doing the same thing that you're doing. And it really starts, and I'm going to give you credit from the beginning, as you said, you're 3, correct?
Yep. Only need 3, but because it's such a good opportunity, you'll find that more than 3 people will be interested. But pay it forward. You don't need more than 3. Pay it forward. Help your team, and they'll thank you for it in the end.
Absolutely. No, we thank you for that. Krista, did you have another question before you wanted to go into your back office and kind of connect the dots for people on what Allison's talking about with, like, paying it forward in 3 and the Rubies and the Ruby 3s and all that stuff? Did you have one last question? I know we want to share your back office so people can start to see what the back office looks like and all like that. But maybe we have one last question, and then because it is 1:50 in the morning, and while we're going over the back office, if Allison wants to start to go snuggle bed by, she can do that.
No, what I wanted to go back to was that Allison was saying that, she signed on 3 people and then she started helping her team members. And what's nice about this opportunity is that, you don't have to go out and build everything for yourself. You're actually helping your team in the process. And wouldn't you say, Allison, that it's more rewarding to help those people in under you than it is to go out and, cash in on a business all by yourself? Like, we can reach those same ranks. We can reach those just lending a helping hand that, you know, do you feel like, oh, I've missed out on those business builder bonuses, or would you say that it was more rewarding for you to help your team?
Yeah, completely. I got a bigger buzz from helping other people with their sign-ups than I did with my own. And that's the whole fun thing of it. I don't know of any business in the world where you earn money with just 3 customers. In my dog accessories business, if I had just 3 customers, I'd be devastated. But just 3 customers and I'm earning money, and it gives, especially for new people as well, once they get to that level where they're commission qualified, where they've got the 3 people, it then gives them the confidence to speak to people about the opportunity because they know they're earning money. And then, you know, they're doing all the they're taking advantage of the training in the forum, they're speaking to other people. And it's self-development for them as well, because they would never have had the confidence to do it if they were in a business where they had to recruit dozens and dozens of people. It's just a perfect business for everybody, the beginner and the experienced person.
So now let me.
I love what you said. Oh.
Yep. I was gonna say.
No.
Allison, let me ask you one question, because again, earlier I talked about demographics. Actually, it's 2 questions in one. First question: a mobile game player yourself?
Not a massive one.
Right. And would you say that you fall in that demographic age group of the majority of those mobile game players?
Yeah, lower end though, lower ends.
Yeah, 18 to 20, yeah. Right, exactly. No, the reason I was asking is because I'm sure a lot of people out there are sitting there still scratching their head going, but I don't play mobile games. Again, what would you say? Did you talk about the mobile? Right, go ahead.
You don't need to be a gamer. All you really need to do is be able to talk, which I know all 4 of us can do. And if you know at least 3 people in the whole wide world, that's it. You don't need, and also you do need like a bit of internet access, but that's only to take part in the forum, and so we can all help wherever we can. That's it.
Awesome.
Then it's not for you. And if you don't want to earn money every day, stay away.
So if you can't speak, and you know,
we can do the speaking for you.
We can do the speaking. Yeah, absolutely.
Can't speak. You hate money, and you know no one. Then this isn't for you.
That covers it. Allison, we want to thank you. If you want to go to bed, that's fine while Krista does her back office. If not, you can stick around. We want to thank you for the time. And I want to get a chance for all of you watching to have Krista share her back office so that you can start to connect the dots. I will say this. If someone shared a link with you, if you're watching this on replay, make sure you get back to that person, because more than likely they're part of the team, and we talked about it. It's really about the team helping you grow your business. If you're interested in joining, join with that person. If not, and you're seeing this some other way, then reach out and find us as well. There'll be links somewhere, but get back to that person. So let's do this, Krista. Why don't we go ahead and now start to connect the dots and have you share your back office. People understand exactly the back office, the rankings, the marketing arcade, and all like that.
Absolutely. So this is actually the corporate website. And before, when I talked about the game rewards and stuff, you can actually go to Loot Cove Reward and go in and just see what the different prizes and stuff we offer. But I'm just going to log into my system. It takes a little while to load or populate because there's so much information in our back offices now. Our teams have grown so large. So I'll just wait for this to populate a little bit more because it's really neat what comes in here. Okay, so this is actually our dashboard. So it gives us an overview of where we are in terms of our business. So as you can see here.
Krista, before we go into detail on that, go ahead and do the whole disclaimer for everyone. Obviously, your results are not typical of everyone else's. Please do the.
Absolutely.
I'm
sorry, Big, you're cutting in and out.
I was just saying that before you share some of your numbers and all there. Just make sure you do the disclaimer for people, results not typical, etc.
Okay, well, you just did it for me. So the results are not typical in this back office. Of course, you know, it's a reflection of how hard you work at your business and different things like that. So this is my back office. And right now I'm currently qualified for commissions at $50 per day because I've reached the rank of Sapphire. So it tells me here. So here you see the 3 people that you brought in and their volume. So this is where you rank, and this is how the volume determines what rank you're at. So it'll tell you over here who you have enrolled and stuff, but this is really neat here. So we can opt into any of these tabs here and look to our weekly qualifications, which is a snapshot of where we are in terms of business, what our rankings are, how much money we're making per day, how much volume we're bringing in. Then if you go to the monthly qualifications, you can look up your bonuses and see how you're ranking up in terms of monthly volume. Same with the weekly bonus recap. Everything is captured. If you go into your profile, you can set all your different settings there for your e-wallet and things like that. Here is the e-wallet. Marketing Arcade, which is one of the things in this back office that makes it super slick. We have a very powerful and robust marketing system, and I'm just going to take you in here and give you a little preview of what we have to offer. Just a little while to load. So this is basically the dashboard for our marketing system, which is obviously a system in and of itself. So we have a lot of different links back here that we can use to promote our business. We can connect straight to social media, emails, print materials, and this shows actually where your leads come in. So anytime somebody opts into your capture page, everything is captured back here. Our autoresponders would automatically generate email follow-ups for you. We have rank up images, so when you rank up to your Ruby 2, we're going to congratulate you in our group because we're really proud of your accomplishments, and you can do all that through your back office. There's also for advanced users, there's an advanced setup here where you can link your Aweber or your get response to these things, but we want to keep it simple for you. So when you sign up with us, you would actually sign up to one of our links. So I'm just going to show you an example of a capture page that you may enter your information into to sign up. So let me I'll just use this one. So when you log in, or when somebody gives you your capture page, you log in with your email address, and you're going to be given a link that you can sign up with. Once you sign up into our system, the first thing you want to do is download our app to your phone, get into that Loot Hub, download the games, and get yourself familiar with those, because they are super fun to play. And then what you would do is log into this back office of yours, because this is your business in a box back here, and you would want to go in and set up your e-wallet straight away so that you're connected. You have the ability to be paid on your efforts. And guys, it's as simple as 1, 2, 3. With the system we have here, with the market, with the compensation plan, the tools, the setup, the duplication, the team support, and the price point of $124.99. And with the training, everything that's offered inside of this business, you can't afford not to join. It's as simple as that. This is just such a powerful business opportunity.
Awesome stuff, Krista. And again, as she was saying, results not typical. And you know, I'm not going to have Krista talk about what she's earned or anything like that. Once you join, you can find us in the group. We'll be happy to share the back office for that. But what we wanted you to see was how robust the program is. So what we're going to do is we're going to say that you need to take action. As Krista said, for all that you get for $125, it is absolutely mind-blowing. And as Allison shared with you, when you get your 3 people, you become commission qualified at the Ruby level. That means that you get that $150 bonus immediately. It's paid out every Thursday the following week that you qualify. Start earning from the time that you qualify $5 per day in residual income. So if you do the math, okay, the 150 will cover you for the first month, and then you're earning that $5 times an average of $30 per day in a month. That's an additional $150. So each month covered for the cost of your business. Then everything after that is, Allison said, you go then to work, guess what? Helping your team build their team, etc., etc., etc. And Krista said it. It's all about 1, 2, 3. It's about signing up, learning your back office, getting locked in to the team so that we can help you continue to grow your business. All right. So you're going to basically sign up. You're going to pay $125. Download the app. You're going to go into your back office and learn that. You're going to get your e-wallet set up, and you're going to basically lock into the team so that we can start you down that path of getting your 3 people. That's as simple as it is, folks. And so we're going to basically say that we love the fact that you've spent the last hour with us. Allison, thank you so much for coming on here at 2 o'clock in the morning and sharing your story with us. It is absolutely fantastic. I know earlier you basically said that you wanted to come on to basically tell people do what anyone could. So any last words to people, since you're still here? I did let you go basically, but since you're still here, any last words you want to say to people before we turn off the power switch here?
For those people that are sitting on the fence, they need to get off because they're going to get splinters in the bum. Just do it. I did it. I did it. Just do it.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you don't need to know everything to get started. The first step is just to get started. We're here. We've got your back. Just get started.
Awesome. Awesome. And we were going to have my man Paul come out again, not on this show, but next show. The things as a team on the back end also. We ran out of time tonight because, again, we're so busy helping the team build. We came on a little bit late, but that's no big deal. But maybe you can just have some last-minute words, Paul, also before we turn out the power switch, my man.
Yes, guys, I'm
the
really,
big team leader.
I'm really sorry that I was actually late for this hangout. Yeah, it happens when you push so many hours and you end up oversleeping. But the thing is, I've been so focused on trying to find little bits of ways to streamline what we do to help people get their 3 a lot easier. And it means spending time looking at our funnel that we built and the forums. And the more that I think about it, the more that I look at what we've put together something that's not only going to help people build Game Loot, but it's going to help and empower people to go on and do magical things with their lives if they really choose to just decide to take what we have on offer. I know Krista's super excited about what we're doing. I know Big, you've been saying that you love the entire concept of how we are empowering people out there. And guys, this is really your call to action right here, right now. We've put together a system that will help you if you are a complete newbie or if you are someone that's super advanced with years of experience. It is for everyone from start to finish, and it will help you to learn how to use Game Loot as a vehicle to achieve some financial success online. It really, I can't describe it anymore. We've put everything together. There's little tips and tricks and how-tos. Everything is done for you. All you need to do is just get plugged into the system, listen to your sponsor, and just follow the steps. It's as easy as that. 1, 2, 3. Krista, any last word here?
No, I really like what Paul just said about empowering people, because that is exactly what we do. And this is exactly how we work as a team. As Allison said before, we give away people because we rise by lifting others.
Awesome. So this is your boy Big. Boom, with the UK Money Hammer tonight, as I said, donning my construction gear because we're all about helping you build your financial future, and we're going to be able to help you do it in Game Loot Network. But you. Only you can push that button, sign up, pay the $125, get locked into your sponsor, work with them closely, work with our team, and let's let you start to take advantage of tapping into this huge momentum that's about to happen in the mobile gaming industry. It's your boy Big, my co-host Krista, our special guest tonight, Allison Furlong, and we were blessed by my man Paul D'Souza there at the end. This has been the Game On, Get Paid Power Hour show every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will catch you on next week's show.